Yes, yes. Welcome back, my dear friend. I appreciate your company. It's not been easy, but we have to keep our company together. That is the only way we can move forward. It has not been easy with our club at this moment. It's not easy. It's not easy. But I need to encourage you. There is light at the end of the tunnel. Yeah. By January, we should be getting a striker. I believe that by January, Chelsea Football Club will go in for a good striker. No matter the amount it will cost. Looking at the situation of the club right now, the owners are aware. They are aware of it. And so I believe we are going to get in for a good striker in January. I know that. But quickly, let me remind you, bet winner, bet with them for tonight's game. There are games we play tonight, and then we have a game on Wednesday with Burnley. If you have not yet registered, many guys who registered this week, they won a lot of games. It's not only Chelsea you bet on. You can decide to put your money on other clubs. Since right now we don't have confidence in Chelsea, you can bet on other clubs. Use BetWinner and register with my promo code TIM1979. That's TIM1979 and win something to encourage yourself. If Chelsea is losing and you are winning something somewhere, what about that? All right, we move on. Quickly, let me give you the player rating, the players that I rated. Yes, my rating for the players. And wait a minute, I have a special video for you that I'll play at the end of this. A special video that I want you to watch. So don't go anywhere, stay there and watch that video. You are not the only fan. There are fans that are venting their anger out. And this fan is a massive fan. Just wait and see what this British man has said. Listen to him carefully and come to your own conclusion. I want to hear from you in the comment section. Like the video, share the video, and let me hear from you in the comment section. And hey, if you are new here, kindly subscribe to the channel. This is Salon's blog. Make the channel your own and let's communicate. Send me your comments on your notification bell. And please remember to stay and listen to the video. Watch the end part of the video in the next 2 minutes. Wait for that. All right. Quickly, my player ratings. Sanchez, I'll give him 6. I'll give Sanchez 6 in his performances. Yeah. Getting to the end of the game, he did quite well. I like his attitude. I could see the disappointment on his face when he considered the last goal. He did well. If you look at the player and the ball who was going to score the goal, those two players, Brentford players, they were far ahead of him. But he still catch up with that player. The only thing is that he could not get the ball. He could not get the ball. The player was able to pass the ball to the other guy who scored. He could not get the ball. But from where he was able to catch up with the guy, he was faster in that runs more than the Brentford player. He could have brought down the guy together with the ball, but he avoided a penalty. He avoided a red card situation. That moment, it was not even a penalty. It was outside the box. But for him to concede a red card, that could have gone against him and against the club in the next games. So he avoided that because we were already losing. He did his best. I'll give him 6. I'll give him 6. Disasi, to be very honest, I'll give him 5. Disasi, I'll give him 5. Thiago Silva, I'll give him 6.5. Cowell, I'll give him 6. That's Levi Cowell. I'll give Levi Cowell 6. Cucurella, I'll give Cucurella 7. I'll give Cucurella 7. He's one of my top players in the match. He was one of my good players. The players that you could see him moving forward. You could see him delivering into the box. You could see here the crosses. Sometimes you will even see him in the box himself. I'll give Cucurella 7. Because we lost the game. If we had won the game, I would have given him 9. I'll give Cucurella 7. Casado, 6.5. 6.5. Gallagher, 6.5. Madueke, I'll give him 6. Cole Palmer, I'll give him 7. Sterling, I'll give him 6. Jackson, 6. The subs, I'm sorry about that. The subs, Matson, I'll give him 5. James, 5. Washington and Ogochukwu, not applicable. Not applicable. Yeah. I want you to stay glued there and watch the video before you go. I'll see you in the next episode. I will see you in the next episode of the videos. Just stay tuned. I'll bring you exclusives. I'll see you at the other side when you see me. Shalom and peace.
My fanboy of the home Premier League game versus the Bees of Brentford at the Bridge. So, 3rd home loss to the Bees in 3 seasons. I'll repeat that. 3rd home loss to Brentford. Brentford, fucking Brentford in 3 seasons. At home, Stamford Bridge. Let's just let that sink in, shall we? Good. Shit, isn't it? I mean, we're Chelsea, elite club, and I know it's supposedly a work in progress with all the extenuating circumstances we're all aware of, but we did well against Arsenal. We foolishly thought there might be some kind of upward trajectory, didn't we? You know, improve bit by bit, apply the momentum we have created in the last 3 performances, but clearly not, for fuck's sake. And yet, great first half. Madueke hit the angle of the goal. The Poogle hit the goalie when he should have smashed it in after a fine move. Connor forced a good save. Some terrific flicks and dinks from Palmer, who is top banana. But the old chestnut reared its fucking ugly head. The usual can't hit a cow's ass with the banjo rose up like a horny salmon and bit us in the bum. Again, it doesn't matter how excellent the football is. It doesn't matter how much we boss the game. If we don't score, despite being the daddy and the Oppo then do score from their one chance, then they shut up shop and try to hit us on the break. And we don't deal with it. We didn't deal with Forest. We didn't deal with West Ham, very similar. We don't deal with Brentford. If we can't score when we're all over them, we're certainly not going to score when they have 10 men behind the ball. And so it proved. We all said at half-time that a breakaway Brentford goal was likely, and it came. 57 minutes. Bees, sensing they might get sang out of the game, pushed forward a bit. Really simple move got on the goal. Everyone's expecting a long throw as it's Brentford, but no. Short one is played back by Biemo, darts behind the Poodle, who's asleep. Connor's asleep too, and Biemo, a good player, lifts a dink to the back post, and no one challenges. I mean, no one. Disasi especially, it's a tree trunk, and their number 5 nods in. That's effectively the game over. Poch's reaction, as well as getting annoyed earlier on with the fan below shouted something out at him like, get a grip, Chelsea, is to stick on a bunch of players, none of whom manages to make the team look any better at all. Matson plays like a waste of space. Washington came on, poor chap, never played before, did nothing. Reece played a decent cross, everyone missed, but Leslie ghosted about a bit. It just contributed to the hopelessness. And of course, they got a last-minute breakaway goal to make it 2-0 from our corner when Sanchez had gone up to try to score. By then, to be super frank, we were past Kerry. It's become so obvious that getting someone to put the ball in the net is a given this coming transfer window, because we can't expect Nkunku to be the answer to everything. I mean, the pressure on him will be enormous. And at least we've discovered that Jackson has the turning circle of your grandma in wellies. He was awful today. And Poch, if one of them has the ball on the D of the penalty area, encourage them to shoot. Gillette, I'm pointing at you. Stop looking up for someone to pass to. More thoughts. Palmer, top player, needs to shoot more though. Sanchez made a couple of great saves. We missed Billy Wiz and Fernandes. I mean, who picked up knocks on Friday? Reece looked slightly more engaged when he came on. All the short corners were shite. Bloody hell. It's going to be a long season, isn't it? I'll be back on Monday with Chidge and guests to discuss this dire result at 7:30. Make sure you listen on Mixler. Download it from Acast, all good podcast providers. Come on, Ukraine. And Another John of the certainly not going to score when they have 10 men behind the ball, and so it proved. We all said at half-time that a breakaway Brentford goal was likely, and it came. 57 minutes. Bees, sensing they might get sang out of the game, pushed forward a bit. Really simple move got on the goal. Everyone's expecting a long throw as it's Brentford, but no. Short one is played back by Biemo, darts behind the Poodle, who's asleep. Connor's asleep too, and Biemo, a good player, lifts a dink to the back post, and no one challenges. I mean, no one. Disasi especially, it's a tree trunk, and their number 5 nods in. That's effectively the game over. Poch's reaction, as well as getting annoyed earlier on with the fan below shouted something out at him like, get a grip, Chelsea, is to stick on a bunch of players, none of whom manages to make the team look any better at all. Matson plays like a waste of space. Washington came on, poor chap. Never played before, did nothing. Reece played a decent cross, everyone missed it. Leslie ghosted about a bit. It just contributed to the hopelessness. And of course, they got a last-minute breakaway goal to make it 2-0 from our corner when Sanchez had gone up to try to score. By then, to be super frank, we were past carry. It's become so obvious that getting someone to put the ball in the net is a given this coming transfer window, because we can't expect Nkunku to be the answer to everything. The pressure will be enormous. And at least we've discovered that Jackson is the turning circle of your grandma in Wellies. He was awful today. And Poch, if one of them has the ball on the D of the penalty area, encourage them to shoot. Gillette, I'm pointing at you. Stop looking up for someone to pass to. More thoughts. Palmer, top player, needs to shoot more though. Sanchez made a couple of great saves. We missed Billy Wiz and Fernandez. We picked up knocks on Friday. Reece looked slightly more engaged when he came on. And all the short corners were shy. Bloody hell. It's going to be a long season, isn't it? It's going to be a long season. I'll be back on Monday with Chidge and guests to discuss this dire result at 7:30. Make sure you listen on Mixer, download it from Acast, all good podcasts provided. Come on, Ukraine. And I